Hi everybody, this is the website boy and I'm starting these tutorials differently now. Some of them are going to have the presentation, some of them are not. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and go to our PHP um, file, and we are doing string functions on this tutorial. So go to your WAMP root directory, or go to your MAMP or whatever local server software you're using. In my computer I'm using MAMP, which is for Mac, but if you're using WAMP, go to your WAMP directory. If you don't know what that is, watch the first video on this playlist on this PHP series. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open my co-editor, which is Sublime Text, and I'm going to drag, like I always do, some type of file, which in this case is strings. And I just want to show you some string functions before we jump into databases and front end um, sessions and cookies and things like that. All right, so let's do some strings string functions. Let's do a save as on that file and call it string functions. All right. Now I'm gonna open this file in my browser. Let's open up my browser right here. Let's go to a localhost. Localhost. In your case, should be localhost if you are using PC. My case is localhost 888 port number for Mac, and I'm in the PHP, and it's gonna be on string functions. All right. It still has some files there some code that we need to erase for this to work. For me to show you how this works. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to I'm going to be showing you some string functions, and let's just call this, let's make a variable and call it sentence, and I'm going to set it up to some string, some text, and I'm going to say the website boy. I'm just going to put everything in lowercase. The website boy loves to teach programming. All right, I'm just gonna make it like this. All right, so that's a variable, and if of course if I need to end it up with a semicolon, but if I want to see this variable in action and on my screen, I just do an echo and refresh, and I can see that here. Right, we already learned how to do this echo function, but that's all we know how to do for now. But I'm gonna show you how to do another function. So let's say, for example, I want to, right now nothing is showing here, just to show you. Let's say, for example, I want to make this uppercase, right? So let me just, there is a function called str, which stands for string, and then we just say stro uppercase. All right, and I think I'm doing it right. Stroupp. All right, and I'm just gonna end it here. All right, and then we put the variable name sentence, and let's refresh, and that gives me an error because I'm typing this wrong. I'm missing something here. strt, there we go. And my co-editor was telling me all this time that it was wrong, but I just kept writing it anyways. Let's refresh, and as you can see here, everything is in uppercase. Really cool. That's one function. Let's go ahead and do another function. Let's first type a br tag here somewhere, so that way we can, let's see, right here. Let me see if that works out. Let's just test it out, and let me just do another echo here and see if it works out. Yeah, it goes to the next line. Cool. All right, so this is how we put another string in a variable, and I showed you that in the last videos. Concatenate. I always have problems mentioning that, but anyway, let me show you another cool function, string function. um, is going to be called echo uc first, and these functions are in the php.net website, so you can go ahead and look it up. But I want to show you this because you're going to be using this stuff later on when we are using user inputs and things like that to fit them up and do whatever we want with them. So if you see now what this did here is it put the T in uppercase. That's the first character. All right. So it grabs the first character and makes it a uppercase. Okay, uppercase character, first one. Right. So that's one. And let's just grab this here because I'm lazy with writing code too much, and just make it in the next line. All right. So now let me show you another one, which is a very useful one that I like to use all the time, and is the one that it makes uppercase all the first letters on each word, right? So let's do that. Echo, and this one is called UC words. All right, and then we put a variable in the middle there, sentence, and we refresh, and as you can see here, all the first letters of each word is in uppercase. Really cool. There is another one also that you're going to be using a lot later on when you are programming, and I want to show you, which is the length. Echo and str length. And if you see me stuttering when I'm actually thinking about these functions, because I also do all the programming languages, and sometimes it gets confusing because there are so many different functions in so many different programming languages that I forget. So anyways, and this is not third, this is sentence, and refresh, and it gives me 42 because that is the amount of character in this. That's the length of this string, 42, even counting the spaces. All right, so if I start counting 1 2 3 4, I gotta count the spaces too. It gives me 42. All right, that's one of them. There is another one. There's one that is called replace, and this is really cool. Let me just do this also here. This one, this is the last one, and then we are gonna jump into the next tutorial, right? Promise. So this one is called replace, which is really cool. Replace, and what this does, this takes three arguments. Right, the first argument is the word that you want to replace, and let's say I want to replace that word that says website boy. Right, the second argument it takes is the word that I'm going to use instead. Right, so I want to use I don't know, guy. Right, and the third argument is going to be where is it going to find this information. And right now it's going to find it in the variable sentence. All right, make sure that I close this parenthesis there. All right, so if I go there and I click refresh, you can see that it went and replaced the website boy with guy. All right, so I mean, there is a lot more functions there. If you want me to keep showing you more functions, let me know. um, of course, this has just basic functions there, but this will get you going, and you can later on we can touch on this later when we start doing database and other cool things with PHP. But anyways, I want to thank you so much for your support. If you haven't subscribed to my tutorials, make sure you do. I'm gonna be making some awesome tutorials on databases and some other cool programming languages out there. So keep watching, and always don't forget to like my videos if you do, and don't forget to favorite them. That helps me a lot. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye, guys.